Hey guys, today we are out here south of Sugarland, and we're going to be touring a home on half an acre. So bigger isn't always better, right? Unless we're talking about backyards. Today we're touring Fort Bend County's home sprawling on half-acre lots. Let's turn this around here so you guys can see. So we're only about 15 minutes from Sugarland, out here on half-acre lots, which is big enough for a pool, a garden, a she shed, or maybe even if you're in-laws, if you're feeling a little generous. Guys, here is the front. And look, just look at all the space that you have between you and your neighbor. And if you don't want a front load garage like on that one there, you can have a side load garage, especially for the 3-car garage. You don't want to be like, oh, that's the first thing you see when you walk up. Excuse the porta potty here because they're still building, but look, just look at all of this space between you and, of course my camera want to act up, all of the space between you and your neighbor. You've got some elbow room. Can I get a yay, yay? All right. It's been a hot day, but it is actually very nice and quiet out here. So if you're ready to get away a little bit, check out this beauty, the front here. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is a 1-story. Both of these are 1-stories. We have a 2-story here, so they're still working, but these are all some inventory homes, and they are ready. They will be ready. Oh, you could be in these by the holidays. You could come out here, pick one of these by the holidays, and hey, even if your credit is a little shaky, they will work with you. If you're not able to get in an inventory home now, you can prepare and they can help you be in one in about 6 months. So don't be afraid if you think your credit is a little shaky. We have people that can work with you. Okay, so since this is out in Fort Bend County, the city is actually Beasley, Texas, but we're out of the city limits. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that there's no city water, no city utilities, any of that. Okay, well, you have the electric, but as far as water, gas, okay, so you're going to have a propane tank. That is a propane tank right there. Okay, and you're going to have a sewer system, your own sewer system, so for your toilets and bath water, that kind of stuff. That's what those little green things sticking out of the ground are for. And that is the community well over there. These tanks are 250 gallons that you would be responsible for filling. The builder will, of course, when you first move in, have them filled, and then after that you would be responsible for having those filled. Okay, I live on Acreage. I have a propane tank as well. Okay, so it's all good. Cooks just like, you know, natural gas. Let's see what else I wanted to tell you guys about here. That's the sewer system. I told you about that. The water well. Oh, the HOA is $900 a year. So since this is an acreage subdivision or half-acre subdivision, there is no parks or anything like that, no splash pad, but they do have to maintain the entrance, and they have to maintain the retention pond there, and which operates on pumps, and they have to maintain that well system. Also, this is a great place if you've ever wanted to kind of start being self-sustaining, like having your own garden or having chickens. Chickens are allowed out here. Okay, so that's a great thing as well. Um, I'm on a couple acres. I don't have chickens. I'm sorry. I just don't have chickens. My neighbor has chickens, but I don't have chickens. My neighbor actually just got rid of his little rooster because the rooster was being aggressive to the hens, so he had to get rid of the rooster. But anyway, I kind of miss the rooster because the rooster would crow every morning, so I kind of miss the sound of the rooster. But if you're looking to get away, this is your place out here. Like I said, it's only 15 minutes from Sugarland, 59 south of Sugarland, and then going into Houston, Katy, you have access to highway, the Grand Parkway 99, and then 59 going into Houston, which will give you take you maybe about 30-40 minutes depending on the time of day and traffic. You know, here in Houston, you just never know what the traffic is going to be like. So thanks for tuning. Hit that like, subscribe button. Tell me if you want to see more tours and more properties like this. We also have properties if you're wanting a little bit more room. We do have acre lots. So if you're interested, give your girl a call. So I want to just give you guys a view, and then we're going to come in and take a look at this beauty. And did I mention out here the tax rate is only 1.6%, and that's before your homestead exemption. Okay, so you can't beat that. And low HOA. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the $1,000 HOA fees per year and all of that good stuff. So we had a buyer that just signed a contract, 6-bedroom home, because they have young kids. And guess what? Their monthly note is going to be less than $3,000. So come in, let's take a look. Now that's a wrap on this beautiful Fort Bend County beauty sitting on a ½ acre of pure possibility. Can you see yourself out here grilling, or maybe even finally planting that garden you've been talking about? If you love this tour, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop me a comment telling me what you would do with all this space. And hey, if you're ready to snag a big lot this close to Sugarland, call me. Let's make it happen.